Battle of Godzilla and Anaconda. Who will win? Exploring different battlefields. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite storyteller here, and today we've got an epic matchup that'll blow your minds. Imagine this. The legendary Godzilla, king of the monsters, towering over cities and causing earthquakes with every step. On the flip side, a colossal Anaconda, the silent assassin of the Amazon, lurking in the shadows. So, what happens when these two titans clash? Who would come out on top in different battle arenas? That's the million-dollar question we're exploring today. First things first, let's set the scene for this epic battle. We're pitting Godzilla against an Anaconda, not just in one environment, but across multiple terrains. We'll break down their strengths, weaknesses, and see how each location could tip the scales in favor of one or the other. Now, I know what you're thinking. An Anaconda versus Godzilla? That's crazy talk, and you're right, it is crazy, but that's what makes it so much fun. Let's kick things off with the big guy himself, Godzilla. Originating from Japanese cinema in 1954, Godzilla was a metaphor for nuclear destruction post-World War II. Over the years, he's evolved from a city-demolishing monster to a guardian against greater threats. Physically, Godzilla is a force of nature. Depending on the portrayal, he stands anywhere from 300 to 400 feet tall and weighs up to 99,000 tons. His body is covered in rugged, charcoal-gray scales, and those iconic dorsal fins glow when he's about to unleash his atomic breath. Speaking of which, his atomic breath is his signature move, a radioactive beam capable of obliterating anything in its path. He's also got super strength, a powerful tail swipe, and regenerative healing that allows him to recover from grievous wounds. Fun fact: Godzilla's roar is one of the most recognizable sounds in cinema history. It was created using a leather glove coated in pine tar resin, rubbed along the strings of a double bass. Now let's slither over to our next contender, the green anaconda. Found in the swamps and rivers of the Amazon, it's the heaviest and one of the longest snakes in the world. An adult green anaconda can reach lengths of up to 30 feet and weigh over 500 pounds. They have thick, muscular bodies, and their olive-green skin with black blotches provides excellent camouflage in murky waters. Anacondas are ambush predators. They lurk beneath the water with only their nostrils and eyes above the surface, waiting patiently. When prey comes close, they strike with lightning speed, wrapping their coils around the target and using constriction to subdue them. Did you know anacondas give birth to live young? A female can have up to 40 babies at a time. Before we let these two duke it out, we need to lay down some ground rules. First off, we have to address the obvious size difference. To make this battle fair, let's imagine our anaconda has been supersized to match Godzilla's proportions, a mega anaconda, if you will. Both creatures are fully aware of each other and are intent on winning. No sneak attacks while the other's napping, they're both in it to win it. Each battle takes place in the respective environment under normal conditions, no natural disasters, no external help from humans or other creatures. A win is declared when one opponent is incapacitated, immobilized, or unable to continue the fight. Scenario 1. The Deep Ocean. First up, the deep ocean, Godzilla's home turf. Imagine the vast, dark depths of the ocean, where sunlight barely penetrates and pressures are immense. Godzilla is an aquatic creature by nature. He can breathe underwater, swim at incredible speeds, and withstand the crushing depths. Underwater, his atomic breath can create massive shockwaves. While the anaconda is an excellent swimmer, it's adapted to shallow waters. The deep ocean presents challenges like pressure, temperature, and lack of air. In this scenario, Godzilla is the clear winner. The anaconda would struggle to survive in this environment, let alone fight effectively. Scenario 2. Dense jungle. Next, we venture into the dense jungle, the anaconda's domain. Thick vegetation, winding rivers, and a humid climate make up this battleground. The anaconda excels here, using camouflage and intimate knowledge of the terrain. It can set up ambushes, strike from the water, and utilize the dense foliage to hide. Godzilla's massive size makes maneuvering through the jungle difficult. Trees and uneven ground could impede his movements. The anaconda has a fighting chance. If it can avoid direct confrontation and use hit-and-run tactics, it might wear Godzilla down. Scenario 3. Urban cityscape. Our third setting is a sprawling metropolis. Skyscrapers, narrow streets, and a maze of buildings define this arena. Godzilla is notorious for rampaging through cities. He can use buildings as weapons or shields and is accustomed to urban combat. The Anaconda could use sewer systems and underground tunnels to move unnoticed, popping up to strike unexpectedly. Godzilla likely dominates, but the Anaconda's guerrilla tactics could make things interesting. Scenario 4. Swamplands. Lastly, the swamplands. Marshy grounds, shallow waters, and dense mist create a mysterious battlefield. The Anaconda thrives here, but the swamp could hinder Godzilla's movements. However, his strength could alter the terrain to his advantage. This could go either way. The Anaconda's stealth versus Godzilla's power makes for a thrilling matchup. Godzilla's strengths: atomic breath, a devastating ranged attack; physical strength, can lift and throw massive objects; durability, resistant to most forms of damage; regeneration, heals rapidly from injuries. Godzilla's weaknesses: size, can be a disadvantage in tight spaces; energy consumption, powers can drain his energy reserves; overconfidence, might underestimate a cunning opponent. Anaconda's strengths: stealth, master of hiding and ambush; constriction, can exert immense pressure; camouflage, blends seamlessly into environments; aquatic agility, moves effortlessly in water. Anaconda's weaknesses: limited offensive options, relies mainly on constriction; fragility, less durable against massive force; vulnerability to ranged attacks, no defense against things like atomic breath. We reached out to some imaginary experts for their insights. Monster biologists suggest that Godzilla's regenerative abilities and sheer power make him a nearly unstoppable force. Wildlife specialists point out that an anaconda's strength lies in its stealth and patience. In the right environment, it could potentially outsmart a larger foe. Battle strategists note that while Godzilla has the advantage in raw power, the anaconda could level the playing field with guerrilla tactics in certain terrains. Let's see what the fans have to say. Team Godzilla. Fans argue that Godzilla's legendary status and overwhelming abilities make him the obvious winner. Memes flood the internet showing Godzilla triumphing over all foes. Team Anaconda. Others root for the underdog, or undersnake. They believe that in the right setting, the anaconda's cunning could outwit Godzilla. Poll results. Online polls show a majority leaning towards Godzilla, but a significant number of fans believe the anaconda could pull off an upset in the jungle or swamp. It's important to recognize that popularity can influence opinions. Godzilla's long history in cinema gives him an edge in the public eye. So, after all that, who takes the crown? While the anaconda is a formidable predator, Godzilla's unparalleled strength, durability, and special abilities give him the upper hand in most scenarios. However, in environments that favor stealth and ambush, like dense jungles or swamps, the anaconda could pose a serious challenge. If it plays its cards right, it might just constrict its way to victory. But let's be honest, Godzilla is called the king of the monsters for a reason. In a head-to-head battle, he's likely to roar victorious. And there you have it, folks. An epic, fun-filled analysis of a hypothetical battle between Godzilla and a mega anaconda. It's amazing how our imaginations can bring together such wild scenarios. At the end of the day, this is all in good fun. Both creatures capture our fascination. Godzilla as a symbol of the unstoppable forces of nature, and the anaconda as a representation of the hidden dangers lurking in the wild. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more adventurous content. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Are you Team Godzilla or Team Anaconda? And let me know any other matchups you'd love to see me tackle. Stay curious, stay awesome, and until next time, keep dreaming big.